Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
2 people killed in Sunday morning crashes. 2 people were killed in vehicular crashes in separate incidents yesterday morning. In the latest incident, a woman was killed in a crash involving 2 coaster buses along the Flanker Main Road in St. James. Operations officer for the St. James Police Superintendent Aaron Samuels says the accident occurred about 7:50 a.m. The buses involved in the crash are used to transport hotel workers. One of the drivers has been hospitalized in serious condition. Meanwhile, an unidentified male died as a result of injuries he sustained in a motor vehicle accident in Portland. Preliminary reports are that the man was driving a Toyota motor car along the Buff Bay Main Road about 5 a.m. when he lost control of the vehicle and crashed into a guardrail. He died at hospital.
What we can confirm is that 2 motor buses were involved in an accident. One female, who was a passenger in one of the buses, succumbed to injuries as a result of the accident. One of the drivers is currently in serious condition at the Corner Regional Hospital. We are currently having our accident reconstruction team conducting their investigation on the scene. We are looking to clear the road very soon. But as you understand, we have to ensure that we do the necessaries before. We'll then be assisted by the fire brigade in the cleaning of the roadway, as you can imagine, the amount of oil will be on it. But we just want to encourage the users of the road to just exercise due care. The road was wet this morning, and you can see that obviously there was some amount of speeding involved in this fatal collision.
Taxi operators vow to strike on Monday. Taxi operators have vowed for an island-wide shutdown of the public transport sector on Monday morning, given that the government has not granted a traffic ticket amnesty requested from the Transport Operators Development Sustainable Service, TODS. They were of the view that a request from the amnesty would go to Cabinet on Monday, but were informed this weekend that it would not. This has triggered the protest action. At a meeting hosted by the TODS at Halfway Tree Primary School in St. Andrew on Sunday afternoon, 99% of those present voted for the strike action. Hector Newman, president of the TODS, told them that discussions with Minister of Transport and Mining Audley Shaw did not definitely state that an amnesty was on the horizon. We need to send a message to the government for an amnesty. They give gunmen amnesty foolishness. Us the amnesty, we are willing to pay. All we want is a payment plan, Newman stated. Newman wants payment plans ranging from 6 months to 4 months. If they give us 3 months, we can make use of the 3 months. The last time we got an amnesty, I think it was 4 months, and the government raked in almost $900 million. So I think if the government really wants some money, use the amnesty, he said. He continued, the amnesty is a payment plan without the police on your back. The operators have indicated the strike could continue from up to 4 days or until they get a favorable response from the government.
This afternoon we have a meeting with all the members, a large number of bus and taxi operators here at the Halfway Tree Primary School. We put it to the members with the information I got from the Minister of Transport and the Minister of Information. And the operators listen to the report I've given and give a resounding yes for a withdrawal of service tomorrow until the minister can tell them whether or not they are going to receive an amnesty. The withdrawal will take place early tomorrow morning and will last until we get a response from government, which is favorable to the operators. I am urging all operators who are going to take part in this withdrawal of service to stay home, not to venture on the streets, because we want no blocking of road, we want no burning of tires, and persons who are thinking of doing that, refrain from doing that. Allow the people who are going about their lawful business to do so. And we are calling on the government to meet with us at the earliest possible date to discuss payment plan for these outstanding tickets.
No idlers, JLP wants only serious attendees at annual conference. Deputy Chair for the Jamaica Labour Party JLP Era Council 1, Desmond McKenzie, has put labor rights on notice that the party's 79th annual conference will not be business as usual. Speaking at the JLP St. Andrew Northeastern Divisional Conference at the Girls Guide Association headquarters in St. Andrew yesterday, Mackenzie told supporters that next Sunday's meeting at the party's highest decision-making body will not be about frolicking. It's not going to be a conference where you come and ring bell and drink and jump up and down and show off your outfit, Mackenzie said. At this year's conference, we need to arm ourselves with the knowledge and information so we can challenge the people who are spreading mischief about the performance of your party and government, he added. Mackenzie said that it is customary for forces of people to attend the JLP's annual conference, those who attend to show off, those who do so for no reason, those to meet their significant others, and those who attend to listen. I want the other three to stay home. I want the one to come who will listen, because it is important for laborers to be able to challenge mischief makers. Laborers must be able to challenge those persons who see O and call it P, he insisted. Mackenzie argued that challenges, including crime, abound but noted that they are not unique to Jamaica. He said Jamaicans should be proud of the Holness administration for how it has been weathering the storm brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic. The local government minister said Jamaica is doing 5 times better than most countries, including developing ones. He echoed similar messages from Councillor Dwayne Simmet and Member of Parliament Donovan Williams that no public sector worker lost their job during the period. Labour rights, we must never ever be afraid to talk about what the government and Prime Minister Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party have done, he said. The conference is set for Independence Park. Drug dealing parents. As the St. Catherine South Police continue their crackdown on drugs and contraband in schools here, school vendors, many of them parents, have continued to engage law enforcers in a cat-and-mouse game as they peddle drug-influenced threat to students, claiming it is for survival. According to Sergeant Princess Bailey Ranger of the St. Catherine South Community Safety and Security Branch of the Jamaica Constabulary, despite several arrests, the vendors, once released, are back to serving ganja-infused cookies and alcohol-soaked gummies to the students. It is a big problem. We do our best every day to ensure that we are out on the road to ensure we do our searches and arrests, but they still come back. It's a cat-and-mouse game. They will watch out for us to see if we're coming to prosecute. And of course, they give their victim story that they're trying to make a living for themselves and all of that. They will posture to us that it's just for survival while they do it, Bailey Stranger told reporters. She said that ironically, the vendors who are operating on the wrong side of the dangerous drug law still ensure that they have their food handler's permit and meet other requirements for vending. They tend to level up on that. They tend to ensure that they are in the right with that, so the only alternative is to take them in, she told reporters. Bailey Stranger asked to say the worst she has ever seen where a child ingested cookies responded. The student was out of it for most of the day, in school, but just couldn't function just there. These are the things that we have to deal with on a daily basis, she told reporters. In the meantime, she said that the police are now engaging students through a youth with behavioral issues in school program to de-escalate the situation. We tend to reach out to these kinds of students, and in some of the cases, we try to get counselors and other professionals to help them, as well as their parents, she said, adding that the police are willing to work with the students and their parents in order to help them. The National Council on Drug Abuse, NCDA, in May 2022, rapid assessment study which involved focus groups with 160 students and interviews with 20 guidance counselors in 13 parishes, sought to find out the issue facing young people and the drugs they thought were the most popular. Students said they were Molly, vaping and edibles. On Friday, Nurse Jacqueline Parchment of the St. Catherine Health Department, in detailing the impact of early drug use, said half of the mentally ill residents in the parish of St. Catherine were drug addicts, a number of whom are young school leavers who have become a menace to their families, frequently landing in trouble with the law to fund their drug habit. She said of the almost 4,000 people in the parish diagnosed with a mental illness, half of that amount are drug users, most of whom are addicted to alcohol. Parchment, who was part of a panel of the Jose Martin Technical High School in St. Catherine on Friday, where the National Council on Drug Abuse launched its school tour in recognition of Drug Awareness Month, said habits are being formed from the classrooms. She said that while the health department has been seeing young school-age children with mental conditions brought on by drug abuse in the child guidance clinic, The majority have been young graduates. What we're seeing mostly is the people who have left school, so when they leave school at age 17, 18, 19 years old, we find that we see more of them coming to our adult clinics, and they are the ones who have found themselves into problems with the law because to feed their habit sometimes, they are deviant and so they engage in a lot of deviant behavior, Parchment stated. We find they are not only in problems with the law, but they also have a lot of family dysfunction because sometimes they have now disturbed the equilibrium of the family, and so there are a lot of issues because of drug use, she stated.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification